When I think about New Year's resolutions, I think about goals that are centered around outcomes. How much money to make, getting promoted, losing 10 pounds before that big trip, maybe having better work-life balance. Our world is so centered around outcomes that supposedly promise happiness and better experiences after attaining a certain milestone or doing a certain thing, instead of slowing down and actually enjoying the pursuit itself. I'd like to change that narrative for my own life, and therefore I wanted to show, what my 20s actually looks like as somebody who is working a 9 to 5, balancing multiple jobs and still going out to events, while still trying to keep myself happy and healthy and fulfilled. Sounds like a lot, right? I feel like being young and not having kids and a family comes with a constant balancing act where you're expected to do so many different things in life and, accomplish the biggest, wildest dreams. You're still at an age where comparison feels very prominent, maybe from parents, maybe from peers, maybe from your employer. And as a 23-year-old myself, I can only speak from my own experiences, but I have a feeling that these things still remain applicable in your 30s and 40s and so on. I'm not here to share any quick fixes and life hacks. I'm here to show you how to actually design a life that you enjoy living. So this week is kind of like a maintenance week. So I'm going to show things that I find important to myself and, how I carve out time for different things such as working out, meal prepping, time with friends, and having moments of connection. Without further ado, let's get into today's video. Working out is one of those things that I feel like most people tend to fall off on and oftentimes don't actually get back on it. Especially when you're working a 9 to 5, I think it can be pretty hard to stay consistent if you're not really intentional about it. For me, working out has remained a non-negotiable in my life for as long as I can remember. I just feel so much better when I move my body, and to me it's kind of like a reminder of how grateful I am to have mobility and health. And I will say I'm not perfect, and as of recent I've been returning from a period of travel and off of my regular routine, so something as small as taking a Pilates class really just makes me feel productive and more like myself when I think about maintaining my health and fitness. Also, I just love the routine after working out where I can walk around the city and grab a matcha. Today I actually went around the West Village and did some window shopping in some cute stores. I've been in a thrifting mood as of late, but I'm also trying to save money and support better spending habits, so we're sticking to simply browsing and just enjoying the routine of winding down after a workout. I just took my Pilates class. I went shopping in this cute little thrift store and didn't buy anything because I'm on a no-buy this month, but I did acquire an iced matcha latte, and I'm freezing right now, so this is kind of a bad decision, but I needed a matcha, and I'm gonna go home now. We're gonna go and make dinner. I'm trying to get over social anxiety right now by filming in public. I've never done this before, so this is gonna be very interesting. All right, see you later. Once I got home, I showered and got ready and then decided it would be nice to catch up on some reading materials. I've been reading so many different books at once. I love reading and I feel like it's a much better use of my time rather than scrolling or online shopping. So my goal is to start replacing my screen time with reading time and just make a ton of progress in all of these books that I've collected over the years. Then later today, I ended up going to one of my favorite Japanese stores in Greenpoint. It's called Dashi Okume and they sell custom dashi broths. You can make your own broth and customize it based on what you like, or you can get one of their pre-made packs, which is what I did, and it's such a neat place. It's not super common to have a lot of good Japanese stores, but this place is awesome because everything is super clean and preservative free, so I love going whenever I have the chance. And I wanted to get some dashi to make some oyakudon, and I also got some additional items to make a miso soup as well.
Okay, it'll be $63 today.
Okay. Most Sundays before I go to church, I try to grab matcha or coffee with one of my best friends from college, and we meet up at a spot and do girl things like take pictures and catch up on the latest news. I think having this as a weekly routine is so special because it's always nice to have intentional time with close friends, and also after college, I feel like seeing people regularly is kind of rare. Like even in New York City where everyone lives close by, you kind of still have to go out of your way more to see people frequently, and so I'm really grateful for my friendship with Jess. We always have the most interesting, deep conversations about life, and so I will cue some of the clips of our latest coffee date.
We're two rats scuttling in the city on this fine Sunday morning.
It is a fine Sunday morning.
It was snowing, but it's not anymore.
I know I had the bright idea of like going around taking photos outside, and clearly it's not outside weather. We're staying warm. We are. What is your biggest life lesson?
Don't abandon yourself. That's something I've been learning over the past week, I feel. Everybody wants something, especially in New York City, and people want something from you. You also want something from people, but don't give so much of yourself away that you abandon yourself.
This is some deep advice.
Yeah, that's been on my brain.
I'm here with
the rat, Jessica.
What is the best advice that you could give to someone who is trying to improve their life and work towards building their dream life?
No one shows their success journey. People only show their success after they've already achieved it. But the reality of building is that it's going to be hard, and people aren't going to believe in you. I mean, that's the nature of doing something that no one's ever done before, is that people are going to doubt because they haven't seen it. You have to have such self-conviction that even if no one believes in you, you have to be able to show them, because belief doesn't come from other people giving that to you. It comes from you showing them the results you've achieved after you've believed in yourself.
Beautifully said.
Thank you.
What do you think of romanticizing your life, like that as a concept, and how that's applicable?
I think it's necessary. It depends on how you look at it, because anyone on the outside looking in is going to think, oh, there's nothing romantic about this. Like, you're putting in 80-hour work weeks. You're behind on funds because you forwarded that into your business. The reality is the romanticization comes from inside your mind. It doesn't come from how other people see your life. So if you're romanticizing what you're doing and you know there's a light at the end of the tunnel that is worth working towards, that'll get you there.
Beautiful. Thank you, Jess.
Of course.
Yay. During the week, I had a brand event that I was getting ready to go to. I'm so grateful to have these experiences. It's always kind of fun to get to go out on a weekday and then to dress up and to do my hair and my makeup, and I just feel like the process of getting ready is honestly half the fun of going out. Okay, so I'm on my way to an event with Parties and G-Shock, which will be interesting. Not really sure what the vibe is, but we're gonna have a good time and see. Yeah, it's kind of crazy because it's literally a random weekday, and it's kind of fun. I love being able to live in New York City and be able to just go out and do things. So yeah, I'm also getting more comfortable talking in public. This is definitely a new thing for me, so we're gonna do our best. I think a lot of people have the perception that I grind every day and every night, which is true, but I do have fun too, and perhaps I can do a better job of actually showing it, because I think having fun and letting loose is essential if you're trying to live a work hard, play hard life. I try to keep things to an 80-20 ratio, but part of being young and just living life is enjoying the memories that you get to make and taking it all in. So thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed and got something out of it, and I will see you in next week's video.